Thank you. New question. The member from Simcoe Grove.
My question is to the Premier. Premier, I want to begin by complimenting you on your dedication to fitness. A few months ago, you ran television ads telling Ontarians how much you love to run. It's obviously an important part of your life. Now try to imagine, what if you couldn't run? What if you couldn't breathe? What if your lungs were constantly filled with mucus? What if you could never run again? How would that make you feel? Maddie Vanstone, a 12-year-old girl with cystic fibrosis, started out not being able to run, barely being able to walk. Now, thanks to the new drug, she can run. She can run like you, and she loves it. She loves being able to do something as simple as being able to run. But how much longer will she be able to run? The money Maddie's family and friends have fundraised is quickly depleting. In fact, right now, her dad's insurance company that covers half the cost of the drug is reassessing his claim.
Question.
Premier, help Maddie run. Or better yet, run with Maddie. When will you fund the drug Kaleido?
Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Premier.
Speaker, and I know the Minister of Health and Long-Term Care will want to give an update on the situation, but I know that the member opposite knows that I met with Maddie and her mom. I don't know if they're in the House, but there they are. And I know that the member opposite also knows that there is a national process that we are pushing very hard, Mr. Speaker. When I met with my colleagues from across the country a few weeks ago, Mr. Speaker, we made it clear that this is not an issue just for Maddie, that there are other children and other people in other parts of the country, Mr. Speaker, who need this drug to be covered, and we need that deal, Mr. Speaker, and we are pushing very hard, and I will ask the Minister of Health and Long-Term Care and the
Thank you. Supplementary.
Premier, you and your health minister continue to tell us that you have to be cognizant of all taxpayers, that you are waiting to get the best value for the drug Kaleido. That's your excuse. But when it came to the gas plant scandal, instead of waiting for the best deal by cancelling the Oakville plant after the election, you spent $1.1 billion of taxpayers' money to save a couple of your colleagues' seats. The sky is the limit to save your own political skins, but $300,000 for a life-saving medication for a young girl has to go through years of negotiations. It's wrong. And now, ahead of a possible spring election, we see in a leaked budget documents that you're set to spend another $6 billion on various new spending projects while children like Maddie suffer. It's absolute nonsense. It's been 15 months. Maddie and her mom are here today. This is a child, a human life. People are dying waiting for orphan drugs to be approved by your government. When will you do the right thing and fund this?
Thank you. Be seated, please. Thank you. Premier.
Health and Long-Term Care.
Minister of Health and Long-Term
Thank you,
Care.
Speaker, and I too welcome Maddie and her mom to the legislature today. And as you know, Speaker, we have committed to keeping the family informed of the negotiations. This was an issue that came up when health ministers from across the country gathered. And in fact, we collectively agreed to do something we've never done before, and that is we have asked to sit down with the manufacturer to find resolution to this issue. Children like Maddie do need access to the drug. We want this drug to be listed, Speaker, but we need to insist that the pan-Canadian process works. We have successfully negotiated over 30 listings, Speaker, saving us over $50 million. We must continue to work with the manufacturer, Vertex, Speaker, a U.S.-based company. They must work with us so that we can fund this drug for people like Maddie.
New question.